Hello, welcome to episode 70 of the Datapack tutorial series for version 1.21. We're going to be making the Zelda Bomb-Chu. We did this before with only command blocks in episode 386 of the command block series. I'll put a link in the description. But what is it? Let's have a look. Here is my obstacle course and some blocks. I'll tell you what, we want some blocks we can break though. So let's get ourselves some cracked blocks. Any type of cracked blocks. Let's have a bit of cracked stone. Let's have a bit of cracked deep slate. That'll do. Let's put some there, a bit there. There we go. Let's put one over here as well. Okay. Release the Bomb-Chu. He can go through grass. Boom. Okay, so we can define any objects, or any blocks he can pass through. I've just said these two types of grass. And he'll go downstairs. Or, well, blocks. Whoop. Boom! There we go. And if we are silly enough to get too close, then he's going to damage us as well. Ow! Evil Bomb-Chu. There we go. That's what we're making. Bomb-Chu. He sniffles through the grass, and then he blows up. And he destroys all the cracked bricks. Okay, let's get on and make it. I don't know what's happened to me, I'm sorry. Let's get on and make it now. Okay, let's start in VS Code, we usually do. Let's do the old create some folders and files. So in my namespace function, I'm going to make a new folder for my functions. I'm going to call it Bomb-Chu. And in there, we'll have a new, well, I want to be able to give the player a Bomb-Chu, so let's do MC function. There we go. Copy that one. What else do we need? We wanted to have a ticking function as to the Bomb-Chu, so we'll call that tick Bomb-Chu. We'll need to know if it hits a block, so we'll do hit block. And let's make the player damage a macro, so let's have something different for that as well. And then we can change the settings for it, just for fun. Why not? Dan? Who's Dan? Damage. Players. Okay. And we'll use the load and we'll use the tick. Yeah, that seems alright. Okay. But we want some block tags as well. I want a list of blocks it's going to ignore. Ignore my phone. I'm currently working. I want a list of blocks it's going to ignore. So I want the Bomb-Chu to be able to go through grass and things like that. And I want a list of blocks it's going to break. So inside my namespace, we'll have a new folder. We'll call it tags. Inside tags, we'll have a new folder. We'll call it block. And inside there, we'll have a new file. We'll call one Bomb-Chu break. And we'll have another one. New file. Bomb-Chu ignore. Okay, that seems all right. Right, what should we do first? Let's do the load function first. Let's go off to load, and I think we'll set up the damage and the range that the players will get hurt in. So let's save that to some data. Let's do data modify storage. We usually use ID data, and we'll say damage player range. And we'll set that to a value. And let's say if they're within a range of 5, and I'm going to copy that and paste it again. And let's say damage player amount. How much will they get damaged for? Let's say 6, so 3 hearts. Save that. That'll do. Let's close down all these windows. Control KW. Load done. Let's do the give. Give the executor the silverfish spawn egg. Let's give it a name. Item name equals boom boom. 2 apostrophes, 2 speech marks. I just call it Bomb-Chu. Bomb-Chu. In fact, there's no space in that, so we might be able to get away with just having speech marks. Would you work since there's no space? Oh, he doesn't seem happy. Could we just remove them completely? No, I apparently have forgotten everything. Okay, let's put that back how it was. There we go. We'll leave it like that. Stop playing around while recording, Infernal. Right, and then we'll have some entity data. Entity data. Since we're changing the entity data, we better say again that you are using a silverfish. So that would be its ID. Minecraft silverfish. And then outside the speech marks there we go. Let's turn its AI off. No AI. I don't want it fiddling around like it normally does. I might make it silent as well, just in case Copy's watching the video so he doesn't get scared by the noise, because he hates silverfish. And we'll give it some tags. I'm going to give it 2 tags. One, we'll just call it Bomb-Chu. A Bomb-Chu, so we can target all the Bomb-Chus. And we'll give it an init me as well, so we can target it once and then remove that init me tag. Okay, let's go back and test. F5, let's do a reload. If I do press the button, it is just running the reload command. Function, give. Hello. Yeah, not doing anything. You shouldn't be, so that's good. Kill any entity whose type equals silverfish. Bye-bye. Okay, give done. Let's do the tick, and we will execute as any entity whose type equals silverfish, whose tag equals Bomb-Chu. At that entity, run the function tick Bomb-Chu, which I didn't actually name properly. Look at that. I didn't put .mc function on the end, so I can't find it. There we go. Let's go back to tick. Run function tick Bomb-Chu. Save. So this function here, tick Bomb-Chu, will be running as any Bomb-Chu at that Bomb-Chu. Let's do our ignore block tag next, because we'll use that. So let's do ignore. We'll just do it ourselves. No point using miso for this one. We'll open and close curlies. We'll have some values. That'll be a list. And so what blocks are we going to ignore? Well, we're going to ignore all air. So we'll put in here a Minecraft block tag list. So we'll put Minecraft air. It will now ignore all air. Anything else we want it to ignore? I think I'm just going to ignore the grass. Minecraft. It's not called grasses, it's called short grass. And let's ignore the tall grass as well, why not? So in here you can put a list of any blocks you want the Bomb-Chu to go through. Tall grass, that'll do, we'll save that. Let's go off to tick Bomb-Chu. First thing, I want it, when it's first placed down, I want it to match the rotation of the player, so we'll just rotate it to the nearest player. We'll do execute as S, so that is any silverfish tagged with Bomb-Chu, but is also tagged with initme. Then we will do rotated as the nearest player, run TP the Bomb-Chu, 1, 2, 3, 4, doink. Okay, so we're going to TP, so it's going to stay in its own location, and it's going to rotate as the player. And we're not changing its up and down looking, we're only changing its left and right looking. And then we'll remove that initme tag. Tag at S. Tag equals initme. Remove initme. Then we're supposed to need to move it forward, so TP at S, we use the carrots, we'll move it 0.1 forward, and if it goes over a hole, I want it to go down. So I'm going to execute if block, and I'm going to say the block that is a little bit below, but also we're going to look a little bit behind. Because if we look right down from where we are, we'll detect the block and we'll sink down too early. I'll do a demonstration of that actually in a minute. That'll be easier. We'll demonstrate that in a minute. And we're going to say if block is on my ignore list, run TP at S, and we'll just move you down a little bit, minus 0.3. Okay, and now let's do, if we hit a block, we want to do something. So we'll execute unless block at your coordinates is on my ignore list at S. I think we're already doing at S anyway, so we probably don't need that bit. Run a function hit block. Save. Okay, in hit block, let's just put something simple in here. Say hi. Save. Okay, let's go and have a little look and see what happens here. Let's pop that there. Wow, that's exciting, isn't it? Absolutely nothing happens. Okay. Okay, you can be like that if you want. Where's our little... Do we have a little... Kill silverfish? There it is. So let's go and have a little check. First of all, we'll check our give function. It is called Bomb-Chu. It's silent. Bomb-Chu and init.me are its tags. We'll go to the tick function. Let's check that tag, Bomb-Chu. Does it equal the same one on give? Yes, it seems to. Run function tick Bomb-Chu. Okay. What have we done? Do we have that? Did we press reload, please? We didn't press reload. Ah, it said hi as it went through and off it goes. Okay, come back. Okay, so that reload thing, Omni Morris would tell me off for this. I do it a lot. Now let's make a hole. Will he go down? Yeah, there we go. He went down and oh my god, he's off into the rocks. Okay, now let me just change that little bit here. So we're looking behind. Let's take that off. And we'll see the difference. Reload. He goes down too early. I don't like it. Okay, that's why we had that little bit. So let's put that back. We don't want him going down too early. And what would happen is he would go down too early and he would go, oh, I'm in sandstone. I'm not ignoring sandstone. I've hit a block. We don't want that happening either. Okay, let's save that. Ooh, now we need a list of blocks that he will break. So let's go into here. In fact, actually, let's go to Bomb-Chu ignore and just copy that. Copy. Let's go to Bomb-Chu break and just paste it in. Boink. And let's get a list of blocks that he will break. I'm going to say he can break any cracked brick. So let's do Minecraft cracked. Okay, we've got a few there. Deep slate bricks. And we won't do infested. What I'm going to do is I am just going to copy those values. So we've added one and we'll just add more. Let me just paste them in. There we go. So we've got the cracked bricks. So he will break any of them. You can put anything you like in there, obviously. Save that. Get rid of that. Get rid of the tick. Hit block. Okay, what's going to happen when he hits the block? Well, we'll play a sound. Play sound. Entity dot generic explode, I believe it's called. We'll play it on the master channel. We'll play it for all players. Play it at those coordinates. Volume, I don't know, 1. Pitch of 1. There we go. Minimum volume is 0. Now let's display some particles. Particle. What's it called? Explosion. Minecraft explosion. At those coordinates, but we'll lift it up a little bit just so it's not so deep in the ground. Let's give it a distance of sort of, or a spread of 3 on the X, 3 on the Y, 3 on the Z. It'll give it a little bit of speed, let's say 0.2, and let's say 100 particles. Now we'll remove any cracked bricks in the area, so we'll do fill 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll just say, I don't know, -2, -2, -2, to 2, 2, 2, and with air, and we are going to replace anything that is on our break list. Then we want to damage nearby players, so we'll do function damage players with storage ID data, because remember in the load function in ID data we have access to damage player range, damage player amount. So in this function we'll have access to those. Let's teleport the Bomb-Chu into the void. We could just kill it where it is, but then it'll take a little, like a second or two, and it'll do some little smoke. So first thing we're going to do is just teleport the thing deep underground. Deep underground, there it goes, and then we'll kill it. Okay. Save that. That will run as it is, that's no problem at all. Let's... well, that was confident of me, isn't it? Let's do a reload. Right, off you go. Nice. It's not going to damage us yet, and it should go down. Okay, and we've got our ignore lists and our break lists, so let's pick up these things I pre-prepared, and let's just check we can go through short grass and tall grass. And let's put these down as well. Check we are breaking cracked stone. We'll just try those two. Goes through the grass, that's good. Nice. Okay, and he should go down through grass as well. We might as well do a bit of test on that. Are you going to go down? Yeah. Cool. Okay, now let's just set it up so it damages the player. Damage players. So this is going to be a macro. Let's do it as a normal command without the macro data. Execute as any player whose distance equals, let's say, less than 5. Run damage that player 6. Generic. Okay. And what names did we have? Let's look at load. We had damage player range. Let's copy that. And damage player amount. So damage player range, that's going to be in there. Damage player range. And let's replace this 6 with damage player amount. And because it is using data that's passed to it, we will need to put our $sign at the beginning. We'll save that. So now if we are within 5 blocks, we should get hit for 6, which would be 3 hearts. I suppose I will have to be in survival or something. Let's release the Bomb-Chu. We'll go over here. Seemed good. There we go. Whee! Nice quick one. Okay. We've made ourselves a little Zelda Bomb-Chu. If you want to see the command block only version of this, I'll put a link in the description. Let me just check what episode it is. I think it's episode 386 in the command block only, but it does have disadvantages because we can't make our tag list, so we can't go through sort of grass and stuff very easily. In fact, it's just not a very good Bomb-Chu. It's a bit rubbish. Anyway, I will see you soon. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.